All right, guys, Shotty T here. We're gonna do another, uh, basically a walkthrough day. This is day 6, Enemy Buster. Of course, we've, as expected, won the rights to fight in the Capital War. So basically, in the morning, we're gonna transport over to uh, server 215 and get the action going. Now, technically, we can go there now if people wanted to kind of position themselves around the perimeter. But of course, the main thing I'm going to do here is do some enemy buster action. So we're going to go ahead and do our normal collections here. We're not buying any of that. We're just going to collect the freebie and do the spin there. Okay. And we got a couple of decoration chests, and then we got this weekly pass that I did just for this week. And then these summons, I'm just basically just getting free keys on those. And if I see something I like, then I might get some keys. But we'll just let's see what we got here. We got 3 more minutes before the actual fighting starts, because Enemy Buster has like a 5-minute cooldown before you can actually go to the other server. What am I doing? Yeah, let's just get the daily freebies there, the VIP stuff, and then the supply. I actually had an interview earlier today. I was trying to see if I could record it or screenshot it, but it wouldn't let me. So unfortunately, you guys wouldn't be able to see that, because it was basically like a lot of questions about the game that someone was asking me. It was about 30 minutes. It was pretty productive. I don't know if he'll send me a copy of that or I can post it to the channel, but maybe I'll ask him for that and see if he's able to send that to me, and that way I can share that with you guys. But but yeah, so I'm what I'm going to do, I guess, while I'm waiting for this thing to arrive. There are certain things that's glitching out on the game. The wanted monster didn't show up, and once again we get a 12-hour notice battle attack plan. Um, of course, we gotta do better, but I'll look into that stuff separately off screen, because don't want to give away our battle plans just in case we're fighting against someone that's watching this video. So let's see. Well, I guess it don't matter, because this video is not. It'll be posted after the war is over, so might as well just look and see what we got here. All right, so tomorrow I want to try something new, like everyone to participate, and we've got other alliances that's gonna do it. And our target is the bottom left cannon, 2 12-hour shields. So, all right, so just to give you an idea, 215 is here, and our assignment is going to be the bottom left cannon. So this right here, and it won't let me go there yet. Of course, we got a minute and a half before we're able to officially do that. But this will be the one that we will be attacking, and the other server will be defending. And a lot of them are already going to be placing themselves on the perimeter, bubbled up. But you guys are going to see a lot of that action. So we still got 1 minute left. I'm not sure why this wanted boss is not showing up. It is very strange. I was hoping to at least get one of those battles in there before we get started, because right now it's not really anything to do. I mean, I probably could do a Doom Elite or a zombie. What are those things? Doom Walker, but I kind of waited too late to get that done. So I'll do that at another time once we get done with the fighting here. So we'll ready to show you guys some of the advanced fighting tactics that I do here, and the countdown is almost there. Yep, and I got other people that are counting down too. And actually, let me do one other thing here while we got 18 seconds. Let's make sure we put our top squad on the wall. Now, once we get to the war tomorrow morning, I won't have any troops on the wall, because that'll be counterproductive. All right, so let's get ready to go. There it is. So that's how you get to the enemy territory. And we are about to go ham. All right, somebody just placed a mine there. That's okay. Good placement, but I don't care. And I'm just gonna send multiple squads. Now, ideally, before you attack someone, you want to scout them first. But I know this is a level 30, so that's why I know I can attack this person without worrying about anything. So yeah, so we just go ham at the guy. And when you're in a confined area, it's okay to telegraph your attacks. There's nothing wrong with just marching towards someone if you're close to them. But if you're marching a longer distance, then that's when you want to be a little bit more discreet. You don't want to give them time to adjust to what you're doing. So we're just gonna use this squad to get this person down. And this person actually had troops on the wall, so we died there. And this is actually a decently strong account, but we'll just do our aircraft squad on this guy. And we're just gonna kill that way and get more stamina. And I think I can get one more march here before we, let's see, can I do another march? Nope, I have to get back to the base. And right now I got no one on my back to worry about. Now we're not gonna go too overboard today because we wanna, anytime you have enemy buster the same day that you have Warzone Duel, your main objective is just to try to get as many of these versus boxes done on the front end, because you're gonna end up getting these boxes fulfilled during the war. And I see this person said, I'm tired of losing troops. So let me just go ahead and shield up. Now this person, I don't want to telegraph the attack, so I'm gonna pick something that's in his pathway, and then when I get close, I'm gonna veer off and attack him. So there we go, because I don't want this guy to adjust anything. And actually, that guy's actually stronger than me. Let's see how many troops he had on the wall. Okay, so he has a missile squad on the wall, so he's outclassing my aircraft. So nothing I can really do against that guy. So I'm not gonna go after him. So we will go after someone else. We will just go after someone else. But I do have to be mindful of that guy if he does decide to attack me. Now, if I really wanted to knock him out, I could just put all my good weapons on my tank squad, and that'll actually do some damage to him, but it's a little bit time consuming to do something like that. So we'll just leave it alone. And as somebody is going after me now. And he failed miserably. But who is this guy? Yeah, now that guy I probably want to eject those Cedo. I'm gonna get up out of there. Yeah, they were doing some damage to me there. Yeah, somebody was doing some heavy damage to me right there. Yeah, when you recognize that you're outpowered by someone, you want to take your troops out the wall. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then B, use that random teleport. Random teleport is your friend whenever you're on enemy buster, because the opponent doesn't know where you're going, and you don't want to go back to your home base because they know, I mean, you're in a concentrated area, so they're more likely to target you there. But I'm gonna go here for now. I'm gonna place a couple of these mines. I probably should have did that before I left, but we're gonna place a destruction mine right here, and then we'll place another one over here. And you get these, you get one every 71.5 hours. You get this one actually kills troop. The other one on the engineer side actually it lowers the durability of your squad. So we're almost at the 7 box. So theoretically I could stop right now and I could just try to think about the bigger picture with the war tomorrow, because that last melee that just attacked me before I came over here actually did some pretty good damage. I mean, I still got pretty healthy drill grounds, but I kind of got whittled pretty good there. I may train another batch of troops before tomorrow, But what I'll go ahead and, first of all, let me go ahead and do this since my emergency center is full. Might as well dispatch those troops there. And while I have War Fever active, I'm going to go ahead and attack this Hornet boss. Now, if someone decides to attack me while I'm doing this, again, I'm just going to random teleport. Let's see what I was about to do. Normally for the aircraft, I leave everything as is, and I just take this weapon off of Stedman and put it on Marshall. So, and then this is the lineup that I do for this. I think you guys saw me do this on the day 3 live stream, I think last week or the week before. Somebody's going after me. Who's going after me now? Okay, yep, ejectocito. Yep, I'm just gonna get up out of there. I'm surprised the teleport didn't take me somewhere closer. So that guy don't want to. I'm just gonna teleport again. I meant to use that anyway. I used the Alliance transport by mistake. All right, yeah. So that guy I don't want to mess with. Okay, now we can just do this in peace. If they really want to attack me, they're gonna have to go out of their way to get to me now. All right, so let's go ahead and do this here. Take these two off. Put her in the back, and then we're gonna put Kimberly and Marshall in the front, and we're just gonna go at it. And I'm gonna keep an eye on my surroundings just in case somebody just randomly teleports next to me. So you kind of have to play cat and mouse, especially when your War Fever is about to wear off. I don't plan on doing any more attacking, so I have to wait 20 minutes before the War Fever wear off. So you kind of have to move wisely. You get a 5-minute cooldown once you go to the other person's server before you can go back. Now, in this case, I can technically go to server 215 and hide because that's the server that we're going to be going to in the morning. So that actually might be a better ideal spot. A lot of time, if you have another server that you can hide that's outside of your server and the opponent server that you're going against, especially when you have a capital war going on, or if you have or if sometimes in the middle of a regular season, you have the ability to go to another server, take advantage of that. All right, because it's free. It's free to move, especially if you're trying to reposition yourself back at the base. So we're just gonna go ahead and get our 3 attacks here, and then we'll do our Doom Walker. So you didn't really get a chance to see the advanced tactics that I normally do. You saw one where I did the X-ray attack that I showed you guys and was able to at least make an attack attempt on the guy, but he ended up being a stronger guy than me, having the missile squad on the wall. So ideally you want to scout. All right. So if you just to practice good habits, because like I said, I slip with that at times, but in the morning for the war, I do plan on making sure that I scout more often. But again, just to remind you guys, I will be occupied. I'm going to be in a crowded area, so I will not be able to do a live talking while I'm playing. I'm just going to record it and then do a voiceover after the fact. And I'll try to sync it the best I can to explain what's going on, and that way. And so it may take a couple of edits to make sure everything is on cue with things. And while I'm waiting for that, let me just make sure nobody's near me. I'm gonna go ahead and deploy my trucks. And keep in mind with day 6, just to remind you guys, for day 6, you got to dispatch the legendary trucks, which are the gold ones, perform legendary secret tasks, which are the gold ones, and all speed ups matter, but keep in mind you don't want to finish any projects. The speed ups that probably matter the most are the training and the healing because of the fighting. And of course, anytime you kill other people's units, and that this adds up quite a bit, because that's where most of your points are going to come on day 6, is by killing the opponent. The amount of points look low. It says 165 um, for unit 10 kills. But let's say if it's unit 8 kills, 135. A lot of times people have a full march of around 2,500 to 3,000. So if you, every attack, if you're burning them 2,500 times that, it adds up. So if you do 10 attacks, if you was zero, a complete person, you're almost, you got like at least 7 or 8 boxes already open right then and there. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna put our second best squad on this. Is a pretty good truck there. We'll put our, let me just compare the two. All right, we'll put our rush squad on this one here, and then we'll put our missile squad on this, and then we're gonna try to get a reindeer for this fourth one here. Let's see. Beggars can't be choosers. I'll do that, but I'm gonna make sure that my fifth one is a reindeer for sure. So that alone got me my last box. So theoretically, I've already got my boxes for enemy buster. So most of it was fighting. So again, you're fighting, as mentioned in that previous video, using your troops. Fighting is the best way to get a lot of resources in the game. I was especially on day 6 when you get rewarded for fighting even more. All these versus boxes got good stuff in it. Okay, it's not as great as the war stuff because they got honor points. Because you don't see honor points in any of these verses, but it's still a lot of good stuff. These tactical boxes can get you some good RNG. I've gotten one of those in these recently, so I have it currently in my inventory. And let's see if I can get another one while we're waiting. And it's a long shot to get those, but got some speed ups. So it's always good to get good stuff. And that box there was from Desert Storm. We wiped the floor with Desert Storm earlier tonight. So I think I'm just gonna cut it off here. Like I said, the war tomorrow is gonna take up a lot of the recording, so I don't want to take too much time on this front end. So really, a couple of tips before this part is done. Make sure that you're using your random teleport, or you can manually go to the enemy server, and you don't want to place your base in the middle of the hornet's nest. Just put yourself somewhere in an obscure part of the map. All right, and then you can do that and sit there, and then if they're about to attack you, you just hit the back button, and you can either go back to your hive once you're ready to shield, or you can just find a random place on the map, and not in another alliance, because keep in mind, not only is your versus opponent hunting you, you might have people that are facing other folks in your server that are going after you as well. So usually you just want to kind of put yourself far away. You don't want to make it too obvious to put yourself completely on the edge of the map. It looks like we got somebody just attacking random people in our server. Take on someone your own size. I just want to scare him. I'm not gonna attack him. I'm just gonna put myself next to him and see if he runs away. I'm just gonna see what he's gonna do. Just give him a staring match. But he can't do anything to me, so I'll talk. So yeah, so make sure that you make sure that once your war fever wears off, you'll be able to shield after that. Because right now, if I want to shield, I can't. So once that's done, I'm gonna use a 12-hour shield, and then I'm gonna position myself in this server. Of course, I can't go there yet because I just transported back to ours, but this will become blue, and I can either put myself over there, especially if you accomplish everything you need to do the night before. You can just kind of put yourself over there and shield, position yourself for the battle, and get at it. So I think that's it for tonight. So I'm gonna cut it off here. Might be some editing on some of this stuff, but then after that, the voiceover is gonna take over. All right. Good night. All right, guys. Good morning. War starts in about an hour, but by the time that happens, like I said, I will be in the crowd, but I will go ahead and at least get some stuff done that I can show you in the meantime that I normally do for day 6. Now, unfortunately, I did not wake up early enough to take advantage of the second leg of Winter Storm. It just passed by. It's going to be dicey whether or not I do that last one. If I do, I'll just record it, but it's not likely. So, because the the winter storm times are not the greatest, especially the first two. The last one is the only one I have a chance to really do, unless I just happen to wake up early on a Saturday morning. But let's go ahead and get our secret task out the way. Let's go ahead and get these radars. This will actually help with the stamina event as well. See if I can get some stamina. I don't see many stamina related activities. Okay, there's a couple right there. So this will kind of get us there. Keep in mind, on day 6, you can use your radar tasks very liberally. You don't have to worry about saving up for the next day because there's going to be another round of radars that's going to come tomorrow. Those are the ones that you want to save for day 1 versus for the following week. So I know I've talked about that, but this is kind of like you visualizing it right now. So right now we're just doing these radar tasks to just get what we can. So if you hoard radar tasks on a Saturday, you kind of putting them to waste because they do have an expiration date. Like this, for example, that's 8 hours. Now, when you start radar tasks, they'll allow you to let them stew and not disappear as long as you collect on the items that have the red dots next to them, as you can see. So I think I've collected all the radar tasks that are going to happen for the next 4 hours. So I guess we'll just run a couple of rallies to get the stamina. Because you always want to try to maximize the arms race you can. I hate that I have to use up my stamina before the war starts, but that's how the timing is. And I got plenty of stamina anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And plus, I still got free stamina. Yeah, I got all these 50 stamina, so the longer you're in the game, the easier the stamina becomes. You don't have to worry about using diamonds or buying them. Like I said, I misuse diamonds so bad throughout the life of this game. But let's go ahead and get these. Shake that there. That's another thing I do when I first wake up is get myself into that interior buffer line. I guess we'll just wait for all that gathering to take place. Oh yeah, let's go ahead and do this. I went ahead and did this behind the scenes, but I said my 5th one was gonna be a reindeer. And I guess I could probably start deploying these out because I should be around in 4 hours to collect these. If not, I have to make sure I make a mental time of it. It is just after 9 o'clock. So 1 o'clock, I have to be ready to harvest these 4-hour ones. So I'm gonna go ahead and get those dispatched, and then I'll get the other ones dispatched 2 hours later so I can collect them all at the same time. And then for teammates, the first one won't be available till like around 3 hours. So, because I want to get these, I want to assist the start tasks. If so, not all teammates saved their start tasks for today. So, it's going to be slim pickings. But speaking of which, I think the server that has the timeline for the start task today are the ones that are in 7, 8, and 9. So we're going to do a little bit of secret task hunting. And again, I got my bookmarks all saved. So I think the one that's been prosperous for me has been 258. I've had pretty good success whenever I go to their server to plunder tasks. So hopefully this won't take too long. Sometimes if I'm short in a certain speed up, I will get one of these 7s, but as you can see, somebody just took that 7. I don't need construction. Sometimes I'll take those. I know I preach take the shiny ones all the time, but every once in a while I'll take one of those 7s if it has a certain speed up that I'm lacking, such as training. I definitely need training today. So if I see a 7 with a training speed up, I will take it. I'm just gonna let you know. There's a 5, so we're gonna bookmark that for 6 minutes. Let's see if I can find some that are ready made. Because it's not always easy. Like I said, if you want to hunt these start tasks, it's not easy. I mean, it's easier when they first come out overnight, but again, with my time zone, I'm asleep, so I don't get a chance to take advantage of the most prime time when these things come out. So, because by then they're all harvested and there are none left to plunder, so I just have to get the leftovers that sporadically pop up throughout the day. But keep in mind, this is not the only server that has shiny tests today. So if I have to go to another server, I will. This one has 2 minutes left, so I'll keep that mental clock. I will come back around 12:47. Time remaining for the day. This one got 6 minutes as well. Actually, both of these got 6. This one has 3 minutes left, so 12:45 for that one. All right. Like I said, I usually have pretty good success in this server because there's a 7. Is it? Nope, it's not training. Is this training? Nope, that's research, construction. That's some generic ones. That's RNG based. Okay. Well, like I said, we still have plenty of these out here. That's construction. Also, all right, another 7, another RNG related. Yeah. What's this? So technically, I got all the secret tasks that I want to hunt, and this is one of my former, one of the people I used to be in the same alliance with. He went to 257, 258. I see. Let's go ahead and prepare ourselves for that first one. Ooh, this one's 8. You know what? Everything I'm gonna hunt is gonna be here. Yeah, beggars can't be choosers, right? So I think the first one here, because I think I saved 6 of them. Okay, not that one. You lose track of the ones you save. Okay, so this one's gonna be the first one to hatch. So we're gonna go ahead and remove the bookmark from that, and let's see what we get. All right. You gotta be fast fingers just in case somebody else is looking at it, but nobody else was looking at it apparently. And which one was next? I think it might be that one. I'm just gonna double check to make sure. Yeah, I think it was that one, the one in the middle. I really want to go after that 7. That's gonna take the longest to go after though. But we're gonna do this one next. I'm just gonna, just out of curiosity, do a quick look at a different server. We got a minute. I'm keeping an eye. When that thing hits 12:45, I'm going right back to 258. But let's look around their capital because that's where they're probably all posted. Let's see. Just gonna do a quick glance to see if any of these are ready made. If they're ready made, then I'll just jump on it because time is more important to me right now, just because of other stuff I got going on today. 7s are nice to get though. They're very rare. The 7-star shiny tasks, they're very rare to collect because a lot of people are eyeing those. Okay, I don't see any ones that are ready made over here, and I'm about to get to that 12:45 mark. Okay, don't want to miss out on that. What is this? Okay, all right, let's go back. It's 2:58 before it's too late. All right, so we got 10 seconds left. All right, we tried. Like I said, if you can find a way, that's the reason why you save multiple servers. Because if you're in a time crunch, you don't have the luxury to wait it out. Now that one people were eyeing, so I'm pretty sure they're going to be eyeing that level 7. So this one has 2 minutes left. So I'm gonna come back at 12:43. So I'm gonna go to a different server. Let's try 257. 257, they're pretty active server as well. So probably can definitely find something out there, but they're probably gonna be on the attack for war. That's the only thing, and I don't know who they're going against. but they might still have some residual people still over here. Yeah, because 257 is a pretty strong server. So, because you got some people that are already positioning themselves on the attack in the whoever they're going against this week. And of course, I have no idea who 257 is going against today. But let's see what we got here. We are not seeing anything yet. There's a shiny one that's cooking. There's a one that's cooking, but we don't know how long that's going to take, because the ones that are about to hatch, they don't usually have a timer on them until it's like 10 minutes or less left. So there's a ready-made one. So like I said, I'd rather get a ready-made one than one that's about to hatch, but I'm going to be a little unselfish. I'm going to share that with the Alliance. I'm just going to share that with the Alliance. I'm not even going to collect that. Because people don't they don't jump on those as much. All right. And I think it's about time to go back over there. Again, we just kind of bounce around here. Was it this one? Yep. You always have that mental clock in your head. All right. So here we go. This is secret task number 3. Sorry about this, Batman. All right. This time only one other person was looking at that. But let's go ahead and share the third one. And somebody else just got that third one. All right, so what's the timing for these others? I want that 7. Ooh, I want that 7. I want that 7. So the last one is going to be that 7, period. So I got one more loot left, and it's going to be this 7. I'm going to let somebody else get that. I'm going to take my chances to try to get this 7. I still got 3 minutes left, so I have to find something to occupy myself for 3 minutes. But I'm going to go ahead and at least be a good Samaritan and share this one in advance so people can at least keep an eye on that clock. All right, so I'll do that there. So we got 3. Let me just make sure that I do a precise timing on this. All right, so pretty much when it gets to 2:39, I need to 12:39. I need to haul butt back over here. So let's make sure that we got these secret task boxes open. Oh, I do have one more stamina use to do. So let's go ahead and get that out the way. All right. And let's see if there's been any updated announcements. And again, it's okay to share. These are just quotes, okay? If you know the enemy and you know yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles. I think that's what the gorilla said before he got attacked by a bunch of men. So, yeah. All right. Yeah, it's funny the things that trend on the internet. It's hilarious to me. All right, so but yeah, as you can see, it wasn't even close with this. So that's why I knew we were on pace to win it. That's why I was hoping that the war plan got put out much sooner. But once again, it got put out 11 hours ago. So we can't control it. But but we got canon assignments, so we know where we're supposed to be at least. And again, you could go over there right now with that blue button and position yourselves. So I'm not going to do that right now because I still have that rally. But anyone that is white is pretty much is a friendly. But it really doesn't matter if you're on the perimeter. What matters ultimately is how many people are in this area when the battle starts, because marching from the perimeter to here, it takes very long. And actually, that reminds me, I need to do one thing real quick. So this will kind of give you guys a little bit of a treat, but let me just make sure I keep an eye on this clock, because the clock ticks when you're talking. All right, so we got to be very quick on this. We passed up 2 other secret tasks in order to get this one. So this has to be worth the wait, because 18 boxes, that's a big difference, and they add up again, and they get more or you get more XP, you get more of these green boxes. So those are basically like different, what do you call that? Weapon crafting. Okay, 2, 1. Okay, we got it. Like I said, people was going to be on that, but I was able to get it. So we're good to go. All right, so what we're going to do, I'm going to reset these points because I do want to be able to march faster in the sand today. So I'm only going to, all right, so the things that we're definitely going to max out, I'm just going to do those maxed out first. I always max that out. And I always, what else? Yeah, I always max this out. So these are like no brainers. And then what else I max out? Um, yep, I max this out always. And then we'll just let the rest of the points. Yep, this one always gets maxed out. If you have a higher morale than your opponent, you have a higher higher damage output. So just a little pro tip there. Drill ground capacity, that's probably not as important today. I'm just gonna put that at a 2. But I will need to, I think I had this at a level 2. Probably not as important to have that maxed out. I'm just gonna leave that at 1 today. This is gonna be key. I'm gonna have this at 3. And I'm gonna put that up. I think I had that at 2. And then I'm gonna put this at 3. That's where I had it before. I might put it at 4, but this one I'm gonna put at 2. Gonna put that at 2. I want to say I had that maxed out, but we'll double check to see what we got. Don't really care about that today. Don't really care about this today because we're not reinforcing anyone. We're definitely going to be using that. We're not going to be doing P versus P battles. And let me see what this is. Yeah, we're not doing any of that there. Heroes placed on the base wall. Yeah, I can see myself. Well, I'm probably not going to have many troops on the wall today. We already used up the mines, so we're just going to not use that right now. I'm going to reset these points again once this thing is over. I just want to see what's the most important thing today. Let's see, efficient training. Yeah, I'm probably going to be training more troops today. But let's just put that at 2 for now. Banner upgrade. Yes, just in case we do Winter Storm later today. Crit rate reduction. Yep. We still got plenty of points left. We don't need that. Okay, yep, we'll definitely increase that to 5 because we are going to be in another Warzone. Versus Duel and Arena, that's still important as well, so we're going to max that out. And drill ground capacity increase, emergency center capacity. Yeah, why not? We'll put that up a little bit. Winter Storm, again, we'll put that at max. We still got a lot of points left. This is not as important today. Base Strike 2, yep, this is at a max. And trucks, that's not going to be as important today. Reducing training time, I'll take whatever I can get. And I got 4 hours before that restarts itself. So actually, I'm going to put that at max because I'm going to need all the training I can. And reduce crit rate. All right, so we still got 27 points, so we got quite a bit. We'll probably do a little bit more drill ground capacity, but we're not going to get full today. So we're just going to put stuff that matters. Might as well decay the opponent's thing there. We're not going to do that. Speed up reinforcement. We're not reinforcing anyone today. We still haven't did our plunders for the day yet, so we might as well do that to get more resources. And we'll kill people at a faster rate while they're burning. We still got 14 points left. Might as well just increase the drill ground and the hospital capacity for that. Training resources. We still got 9 points. Oh, I can't believe I didn't put that up. I almost ignored that. So yeah, cause that's where my points would have gone, but I've already used my mines for today. So I think we're probably good to go. Um, I got to use these 3 points somewhere, so might as well find somewhere useful. Let's just urgently cure more troops, I guess. Yeah, let's just put that at max for the day. Give myself one more chance to do a quick. Because what this does, by the way, like if you have troops that are marching out towards someone and you happen to get ambushed by someone else, if you don't have this active, you have to wait for your troops to arrive back at your base before you're able to transport. Now, the other thing that you can do is just transport back to your server. It doesn't matter where your troops are. But if you're trying to stay in the same server that you are, or if you can't transfer to a different server, then this right here allows you to teleport regardless where your troops are, whether they're farming or whether they're marching out somewhere. So this is like a very advanced fighting tactic skill, and this is only available for war leaders. If you're an engineer, you don't have this. Um, like I said, I'm not gonna worry about the drill ground capacity today. So we're gonna do the hospital. Again, I'm gonna reset a lot of this stuff when the new week start because there are some things that are important, but not as important today. So we're going to do that, and I think we're gonna leave it here. These 3 radar tasks are ready to be collect because I'm about to get my day started. Like I said, I'm not gonna be around to do a voiceover for the live regarding the war fight, but I will be if I happen to be around when the war starts, I will narrate over it. But if I'm not, then it's just gonna be a voiceover when it does happen. All right, guys, I'll see you later. All right, guys, we're about to head into battle. Now, I will throw a disclaimer out here. Some of this might be a voiceover, and also I might get a phone call while I'm fighting. So that's going to actually stop the recording immediately because I'm expecting this call. So yeah, but we're just going to go ahead and position ourselves where we're supposed to be. And I see that we got a lot of people already there, which is a good sign. And it looks like I'm just going to find a 3x3 area. I guess we'll just put ourselves right here for the time being because shields are off. We're ready to go. We are less than 30 seconds left before things get started. And right now, I do not see any red in here. The opponent, they're doing, I guess they're long. I guess they're trying to, actually, I see what they're doing. Let me make sure I don't see any foreign. Yeah. If I see any foreign people, that I think what they're trying to do, they're trying to get themselves a head start. So I am going to just march a squad on this tile here. So that way they don't get the early jump on some of our alliance members. Because sometimes this is another advanced tactic when you're about to start a war, is that you'll have some people that'll put themselves at a minefield next to a base. And then once the war starts, they're going to start attacking. But war has officially started now. So I'm just going to try to get some cheap points here if possible and see who's here. I can actually attack this person here because I think this is what server is this? Yeah, this is their server. This is the enemy server. So I'm going to go ahead and march a squad there too. And then we'll reinforce the cannon with this squad. So we got no troops on the wall at the moment. And we have someone trying to go after one of my teammates. I'm going to scout him real quick. Oh, my bad. That was a teammate that went there. I guess somebody left there at the last minute. All right, all right, we got somebody reinforcing. We got a couple of mercenaries in our server that are much more powerful than anyone that's in the enemy server, so we should be able to take advantage. Now, today should be easy compared to last week. I will say that. But let's look. Yep, we did manage to successfully thwart that attack off. So let's march that squad back to our base, and let's see who we can go after. So the key is to attack anyone that's in red. So that person is probably stronger than me, so nothing I can do about that person. But people like this, I can go after, but they're far away. A lot of times, like I said, the march speed is pretty slow. So you have to be able to. I think I can attack this person, and I don't mind this fight being telegraphed because this person is also going after him, and he's much stronger than that guy. So So you have to see who else is going after that person to determine whether or not you need the shield. Because if he puts up his reinforcements for me, he's gonna lose a lot of troops by this guy. So because I know he's gonna peel off. Nope, he disappeared. So coward, coward. We'll just redirect ourselves there. So that's another advanced tactic there. You can redirect yourself. You don't have to wait for your troops to get back to the base to start another attack. You can immediately redirect after you defeat someone. And unfortunately, I'm going to get some notifications that have nothing to do with the game. But like I said, the phone call that I was supposed to be getting will be coming at any time now. So I have to just position myself for that as well. All right, so this is level 34. I'm going to march towards, I'm not going to telegraph this attack. I'm just going to march towards this minefield where somebody else is about to attack him anyway. So this should be, like I said, this should be an easy war to win. Because first of all, I don't see a lot of red in the area. Like the key to victory is to have a lot of people that are in this area. Like having people on the sideline is not going to win your battle. So we should win this, and if things go perfectly, we should win this in like 30 minutes. And I'm just going to send a squad there just to have a squad. Well, I'll just let them have it there. Okay. So where did my other squad go? All right. So like last week's war would have been great to televise because it was action packed. This one probably won't be as action packed, but hey, a video is a video, right? We just want to make sure this person has a lot of troops on the wall apparently because a lot of people are bouncing off of him. But I killed more than 3,000 of his troops. So what that tells me is that he has more than one squad on the wall. And if you can actually defeat more than one squad, that's actually a victory because in the long term, your troops are going to outlast them. And I have pretty full drill ground. So this person is going to suffer some heavy losses. So I'm just going to continue to go after this guy. I don't mind that. Like if my attack didn't kill a full squad of his, then it would be a counterproductive to continue to attack him. So, because after a while he's gonna start actually losing health. Because right now he's just a placeholder because he has multiple troops on the wall, and I actually killed 4,000 troops. So that was even more. So no telling how many troops this guy has left because I don't have the scouting ability to see how many troops someone has. Yeah, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it's getting low at a faster rate. So eventually you're gonna start seeing some health tick off. So I'm just gonna keep going after him until he's dead because there's no one else to attack. He's the brave one that has decided to infiltrate our attack. So let's get this guy out of here. And right now somebody else just burned him. Who's gonna get the killing blow? We will find out. Again, as long as it's over a squad's worth of kills, he's gonna, like I said, he's gonna have a lot of healing to do. Because for me, 10 hours worth of healing at a time, that can be assisted by teammates. So I'm not worried about that. All right, let's just do another. Somebody else finished them off. So let's go after this guy. Let's redirect our attack over here now. And actually, that's a good idea. Let's go ahead and place a flag. Let's place one of these flags here. Let's just increase a little bit more attack there. That's what the flag increases attack by 2% and friendly troops, and defense by 3%, and stack up to 3 times. So this person might have troops on the wall also, but let's find out. Nope, we actually got a victory there. I can probably get one more attack without dying. Nope, not quite. It's a bit, not quite, but that's fine. We accomplished what we needed to there. So this is another person to target, of course, because when you got fewer attackers that are going after you, you will have other people going after the same people, which is fine. That's a good problem to have whenever you have a war, if you have multiple people going after one person, because that means they don't have enough of their own to attack you. And I might as well put this fourth squad into use. They're just sitting there on the sideline. What can I do, coach? Okay, we'll do that there. You know what? Yeah, we'll do that. All right. And let's see what he got on the wall, just out of curiosity. Yeah, he has a missile squad, a tank squad, so my aircraft can outpower his. There we go. Got another victory. Not enough to do another attack from what I've learned. But there's nothing wrong with going. Oh, he disappeared anyway. He realized that he's probably getting low on troops. That's probably why he went away. Oh, this person has a low power, so I'm gonna march my second squad towards him. And who is this person? Let's scout him real quick. Looks like other people took care of him, but let's see what you got. Okay, I can actually get 2 aircraft attacks on this person. So let's go ahead and get that in. And I'll redirect this squad. Well, that's going to be a wasted trip there. Yeah, so when you have multiple squads, you can multitask. And let's see who's forming here. That's a person that's forming. That is an enemy. So we'll use this squad to go after that. Let me see. Oops. Let's see what the power level is of this forming squad. It's an aircraft. I'm not going to outpower that, so let me just cancel that attack. Don't want to send your troops to a losing battle. Okay. All right, let's go after this guy again. Got multiple people going after this guy. Blue is fellow alliance members. White are fellow server members. So both of those are friendly. The only thing that's hostile is red. Purple is your alliance leader, and green is yourself. All right, but he disappeared. Do I have enough ammunition to go after this guy? Probably one attack. We'll gauge and see what our health looks like after one attack, because let's see. I didn't kill any of his troops with that attack, so it looks like this person literally has no troops on the wall, so he's just a punching bag. Let's get more stamina there. Oh, he actually put troops on the wall at the last minute, and I still killed them. Okay. All right. So our area is being held down pretty good. And Flolo looks like she's going to be handling these 2 guys. It'll be a wasted long march. Let's go after this guy. He's pretty weak. Let's send multiple squads at this guy. We'll still scout just to look at it, but I'm pretty sure he's pretty weak. Yeah, that's pretty weak. Yeah, my teammates will probably knock him down before I get there. Yep, he's gone. I think some people will place themselves in there just to be a decoy. Now, this person is too close to the action, so he needs to die. I'll send this squad up here. He's too close for comfort. And as you can see, my other two squads are doing their thing. Now, the thing about reinforcing the cannons, it allows the capture of the city to be done quicker. So if you can reinforce all four cannons, which we have all, you see nothing but blue in the middle. So like I said, this is a war that we should win. And actually, somebody's finally going after me. Okay. All right, let's see who's going after me here. So this person has decent power, actually. So he'll actually be able to infiltrate, because right now I have no troops on the wall. They're all out in the battlefield. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to put to prevent myself from being burned down completely, I'm going to put this squad on the wall before it's too late. That way I can kind of slow his roll just a little bit. Yeah, so now they're bouncing off. Let's slow their roll just a little bit so we can stay there. Thwart off that attack. Now we can take the squad back off the wall. All right, they did their job. That's not my best squad, but I just wanted to make sure that I'm able to thwart their attack. And that person is dead. So now you're going to have to pay for going after me, sir. I did not like that at all. Just wait till this. Okay, that squad just got back now. You're going to have to pay for going after me. Somebody else is probably going to get you first, though. Yep. Sneaky, sneaky. It's all good. They picked me of all people to go after, but my second squad was able to thwart them off. They didn't want to see that A squad smoke. Why is this person forming in the middle of battle? We will never know. But yeah, they killed a good amount of troops. All right, so this is what I'm going to do with this. Since that number is over 5,000, we will use this mastery here to put them back in the action. 5,000 troops. So that way the troops that I have to heal now is not as extensive. And now it's only 14 hours, and the alliance teammates can help assist with that. So that's when that mastery comes into play. You can only use it once, so that was a good time to use it. All right, let's march a squad here. Again, you don't have to worry about telegraphing your attack if you have multiple people going after them anyway, because they already going to be seeing nothing but, actually, I think somebody else just occupied that from our server. You got to keep an eye on where you're marching, because there was an enemy that was there originally, but they moved at the last minute. All right, so where were we marching? And it's easy to lose track of where you're going. Okay, so we're marching down here. Okay. All right, that person is pretty strong. Probably won't be able to do nothing with that person. But let's see. Let's just see what he got on the wall anyway. See if I can go after him anyway. Let's see what you're working with. Yeah, he has two squads on the wall. I can actually probably beat his first squad because I have the class advantage. But I will still go back burning because he has two squads on the wall. The right person can actually get a lot of troops off his wall at a fast rate, though. Ooh, that was a painful hit. I think I can get one more attack in. Nope, not quite. All right, so I think now theoretically, I think we already have all the boxes because I did quite a bit of attacking there. Yep. So we already got all the boxes and we haven't had to do too much. So, and we're ranked number 45, but we're getting ourselves in there. Like I said, we don't have a lot of people attacking us, so there's not a lot of points. I mean, I haven't put myself in mercenary mode just yet because I've already done enough to get, because the main thing is to keep these reinforced and get the capital taken over. So that's the most important thing. Any bonus kills, you get rank rewards the higher you go. But if you're fighting a lot, that means you're losing a lot of troops too. So, and I see this person, they both ran away. So let's see. Yeah, like I said, this is a pretty easy war to win, but I figured it's a good opportunity to show you guys. All right, so this person has, I don't know why they're farming. I don't know why they're farming. I think I can dominate that squad, so we're going to just get that squad off. It'll take a minute to get there. I got to find something to do, right? Because it's like, look at it. Now, the cool thing is that for some reason, if you miss the action, if you're on the offense, you can actually attack anyone that's in red. So basically, anyone that's in the server. You got a lot of people that either quit the game or whatever the case is, but you get more points per unit killed if you are killing people in this area. So you don't get as many points killing folks outside, but you still get points. But you also get 50,000 points if you burn them completely to the ground like this. If you're the one that delivered the killer blow, like if you got most of the work done but didn't get the killer blow. I see someone just lifted some rubble here, so I'm gonna place myself here now. I saw someone make that area clear, so that way we don't have the opponent infiltrate our defenses. Let's see, and let's go ahead and might as well, let's just scout it real quick just to make sure we can handle it. Yeah, we should be able to handle that. There we go. Free 2,000 troops killed there. We'll take that every time. And it looks like this person wants a death sentence too. Let's see. I think that's all. I think they're just trading points at this point. I think they've conceded that they've lost the war. So I think they're just doing this just to get points, which is very weak. It's very weak. So that person gave them the death blow. And that person's about to die, so that's going to be a wasted march there. What about here? All right, let's march over here. And this is the same guy that teleported earlier. Like I said, that phone call should be coming soon. So unfortunately, these notifications that you guys are seeing, these are just stock and trading. I do a lot of, like I said, I do a lot of different stuff, man. It's all about the money. You got to find different ways to get money. So I'm in these little trading and stock groups that post notifications. Normally, I don't get stock and trade recommendations on the weekend, but it's just like announcements and reading material that they're posting. I'm only just interested in the stocks that they post. So that's all I care about. Just show me the stocks that are hot, and then I can, that person just took troops off that. Redirect. Let's redirect. All right, let's see what kind of damage we can do to this guy, if any. Looks like we killed more than the squad's worth, I think. Yeah, we killed one full squad, so that's a successful attack. Actually, if I want to really be a jerk about it, I would just put myself right next to this guy. Because like I literally got nothing else to do at the moment, guys. So I'm going to just whittle this person down one attack at a time because my top squad is stronger than this top squad. Let me make sure that I put my stuff over here. Forgot all about that. Yeah, when you relocate yourself, obviously you okay, that's fine. I got booted. All right, so to save myself a teleport, I'm gonna go back to our home base and then I'll put myself right back in the middle of the action. Cause you get a 5-minute cooldown to do this for free. So that way I can save a teleport and then go back. Cause I don't mind battles like that going head to head because I know that my squads are outlasting his. So I like friendly matchups like this. So where are you? He's over here. So I'm gonna go right back over here. It's me versus you, sir. So let's see who die first. Because you're gonna lose troops quicker than I will. All right. And we're just gonna make sure that we're summoning the hospital as often as we can. Like, this guy does not realize how many troops that he's losing. I mean, he think he's being a big man, but he's losing troops. He's losing troops a lot than he realizes. Because as long as I'm killing more than 2,700 troops per attack, that means that he's losing more than one squad. Um, it's just a math. It's just a math game at this point. So that's all it is. So let me go ahead and speed that up. I don't want to get too far behind. Yep. So we're just gonna keep going at him, because eventually we're gonna start see his health bar decrease because he's losing troops at a faster rate than I am. All right, let's go ahead and speed that up there. Now, this will be a time where if you want to do a rally against someone, especially if you got nothing else to do, you can do that. Because normally it's a waste of time to just do a rally against people. But in cases like this, when you don't have a lot of opponents to deal with, then it's okay to rally. And actually, somebody finally broke the armor. It might have been somebody that was just stronger than him, but maybe his troops are finally at the point where they are at an attrition because they lost so much. Nope, it was just somebody stronger than him, which is fine. Just to troll the guy, I'm gonna do a rally. I'm just gonna do a rally one time, just to see. I'm gonna do one rally. Do one rally. All right. Wish it wasn't so far away. Yeah, sometimes you got to do a rally. He probably was low on troops, and that's probably what the case was. He probably was low on troops. Yeah, sometimes you got to do that to scare people away. So he realized that he wasn't gonna survive that rally. So sometimes you got to do stuff like that to say, "Hey, buddy, get off our lawn." All right. So who do we have here? That's a friendly. Got to recognize the alliance tags to know who's a friendly and who's not. But this is a hostile. So we will go ahead and go after that. Like I said, we've already got all our boxes. Like, we got 3.4 billion, so we're good. So this is the guy that we were going after. It's a deep penetration. Some people have very interesting names, but he realized that he was about to get his name. I'll just leave it at that. And he ran away. And so, uh, yeah. All right. So, I mean, it's probably not going to be too much more to see here because, like I said, I'm going to get that phone call pretty soon. So I'll probably just leave it here because it is, as you guys can see, there's no red in here. So we're going to win this pretty easily. But you guys got to see some action for this war. It's pretty straightforward. So the next thing that's going to happen once this war is over, which will be in 13 minutes, we'll get a chance to collect all the diamonds. Hopefully they don't try to attack us while we're collecting diamonds because some people are petty like that. Um, and then we will shield up for the rest of the day and enjoy the rest of the day with family. We do have a alliance exercise later today, but that's nothing. Usually that be around 4 or 5 o'clock. I will be out, but I'll try to participate a little bit. And if I'm able to make the winter storm, I will stream that and likely have a voiceover over that. So you guys had to treat it at least getting this with live commentary because the plans that I originally had going on got delayed an hour, but that phone call still should be coming. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed this version of the clip, and we'll talk later. All right, guys. Got a little opening here. We did win the war. I'm back home shielded. We had some petty people fight us while mining diamonds and wanted to justify their behavior, but it is what it is because we lost last week and we didn't resort to doing that. But not everybody can be our server. But come to server 255 where we win and lose with class. But if you talk trash against us, we're gonna talk trash back. So all right, so we're gonna go ahead and collect these rewards here and get all the boxes. We ended up with almost 6 million points. A lot of that, probably like a third of that, was just defending off against folks attacking people while they were collecting their diamonds. But it is what it is. But we ended up being in 25th place during the actual battle. So when the battle ended, I had 4 million. Then again, when it was over, I got like another 2 million points just killing folks going after us. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and collect these rewards, get more of these blueprints. So we got 8. So we have enough to form a 2-star version of a weapon. I think I'm going to upgrade either Skylar. I already got her at 2. I think Morris. And then, yeah, let's go ahead and get his weapon here to 2. So little by little, we're getting our top squad because I'm focusing on this squad. Obviously, whenever we have enough red gear, I think we need 3 more of these blueprints. Then we will upgrade her weapon here and then that one afterwards. But it's going to be a while. May not happen to the end of season 4 for that second one. But yeah, I don't think there are any. We do have a few boxes to open. This is just stuff that's accumulated since reset. We got some speed ups there. And then we got these here. More stamina, reimbursements, and some XP. And a couple of these from robbing a truck earlier. So nothing crazy. Troops wise, came out okay. Like last week, I had literally enough for a cocktail party. I think it was less than 100 troops that I had. This time we're at like half capacity, so not bad this time. So we're gonna make sure to reset our masteries for this because there's some stuff that we normally don't max out. There will not be another Warzone duel next week. This was the final, so I'm not sure what's going on next week. So I'm pretty sure I'll have a chance to get back to full capacity and not need some of those masteries. So we'll reset those points for next week, and I think that'll do it. But I'm gonna get back to what I was doing, and like I said, you may not catch any more action today. And in case you don't, like, share, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and I'll talk to you later.